I've listened to over 1,000 pitches from different startups, and there are three core things that founders need to understand when they are pitching investors. Number one, when you are pitching investors, you really need to make an emotional connection. This means you really need to understand the emotional state of your investors and get them invested emotionally in what you're doing. A lot of founders start intellectually or financially trying to get investors interested in their business, but honestly, if you don't create an emotional connection, the investor's ultimately not going to care. And if people don't care about your business, it's really hard for them to get their head wrapped around the economics of your business, the fundamentals of your business, or some of the intellectual components of your business. So the key thing to getting people emotionally involved in your business is you. Early stage founders especially need to tell a compelling story about who they are, what their team's about, what their mission, vision, values are, and where they're going. It's done fairly succinctly, but it's important to do, and it's important to identify your investors and who is going to be emotionally aligned with where you are going. Second thing you need to do is understand people and get them to think intellectually. So again, if you can get people to connect emotionally with what you're doing, then the next step is to get them to think, to get them to intellectually think about your business and ask you critical questions. Again, your goal in the early stages of a founder is not necessarily get a check, get an investment. Certainly you want investment, but your goal is to get value. Make sure that every time you're talking to an investor, you're extracting and understanding value, understanding their business perspective on what makes successful businesses, because your job is to learn and iterate on your business. You're not going to get it right on the first time. So every time you talk to an investor, make sure you are engaging both emotionally and then secondarily get people to engage intellectually, asking you tough critical questions about your business model, your go-to-market, your team, your traction, your unit economics. When you get people engaging you intellectually, it forces you to think really critically about your business and what's going to make your business more successful, less successful, and how to align yourself with long-term success. Now, let's say you've done that. You've gotten people to invest emotionally, you've gotten people to engage intellectually, and the third investment is the financial investment. When investors are engaging intellectually, emotionally, they're invested, they're thinking about your business, they're asking you a good question, you're getting good value out of that discussion as well. That's when they shift gears and start thinking financially about your business as well. And that means they're really asking critical questions around the unit economics, the financials of your business to see if this is going to be a good investment for them. If you think about the investment process, it's really a sales funnel. And so investors are in the process of buying equity. That's their job. Their job is to buy equity on behalf of limited partners. And so they are hungry. They need to buy equity. They're looking for companies that they can invest in, that they can buy their equity. You as a founder, your product is equity. It's a scarce commodity. There's only so much supply of your equity. And so you're looking for good customers. When those customers, those investors are interested in your product, you go through the process of negotiation. And like any sales process, the early stages are really about qualification, finding potential investors that are a good fit for your business. Stage two, that kind of intellectual, is them kicking the tires on your business, making sure that they really understand the product, which is the equity of your company. And stage three is the financial decision, or exploring the unit economics of your business to see if it makes good financial decision to make an investment in your business. If you can nail those three things as a founder, you're going to be much more successful at fundraising and help get your startup to the next level. I'm Greg Raiz. If you want to learn more about angel investing and venture capitalists and some of the differences, you can check out the video right there. Thanks so much for joining me.